Can you speak to the importance of using functional diagnostics in order to make sure that A, we're picking the lowest hanging fruit and making sure that that's, addressed first, and then B, we're actually hopefully finding the right path for our individual bodies?
Yeah, such a really great question. I'm going to use a real world client example to illustrate this point. So we had somebody come to our practice and she had lost her period for 6 months and she had night sweats and just a lot of hormonal symptoms. And so she's like, I think I'm in perimenopause. Instagram told me I'm in it. So like,
It
help me.
must be.
Right.
It's gonna be it. And to be clear, there's no one test for perimenopause. There's no one test to be like, yep, you're in it all right. So we have to kind of use context clues and symptoms and then also process of elimination for other things. And so she came to us and she had had COVID and had a lot of GI symptoms after COVID and was put on antibiotics at one point. And so there was just a lot going on. And so we ran certain lab tests on her. One thing we looked at was her thyroid. Thyroid gets pretty often overlooked in the whole hormone conversation. We want to talk about progesterone and estrogen and testosterone, but like the thyroid's a kind of a big deal. So we looked at her thyroid. She had Hashimoto's, but she was in remission. So she had low antibodies originally. So we had, she was in remission. And so we retested her thyroid. We looked at her gut as well, and we looked at hormones, sex hormones and adrenal hormones. Her thyroid antibodies were so much higher than they were. They had been under 30 and they were up 400 plus. So her thyroid antibodies had skyrocketed. So what is that telling us? That's telling us that her immune system is dysregulated. And so we also looked at her gut. She had a lot of significant overgrowths and some significant undergrowths. So the good bacteria was really suppressed, most likely due to the antibiotic use. Opportunists, like the gnarly guys, were overgrown. And so that was most likely contributing to her immune dysregulation, which was then contributing to her Hashimoto's coming out of remission, which was then contributing to her thyroid hormones being all wonky. That is what was contributing to the loss of cycle and the hot flashes. So and so it would have been so easy to just be like, oh yeah, perimenopause, you're of age, these symptoms track totally, like maybe you should go to a hormone clinic and get on some HRT. But what she really needed was gut support, immune stabilization to stabilize the Hashimoto's, the autoimmunities. Once we did that, her period came back, the symptoms went away, and she felt great. So I'm a huge, huge, huge advocate and fan for doing the right testing based on the individual.